November 30th, and we're on a trip now over to Gimmeris for the purpose of erecting a fence around the 800 square meters, which is long overdue. We finished paying off the purchase price 2 years ago, and so we got the call and we were told you can put the fence up now. If you want, you can meet the contractor. And so it was. On Saturday, we arrived up to the land. There was no sign of the agents there, and when we navigated down to the far side of the 2 hectares where the chicken hut lady lives, we were met with the chicken hut lady herself, aka Helen something or other, and her new spokesperson, Paul. Paul is his name. Man of about 50, little bit like a Filipino version of Denzel Washington. So we're sat around outside the chicken hut, and Paul pulls out the blueprint and begins to tell a story. Helen, aka the chicken hut lady, has not been paid for several of the lots there, and because of this, then both herself and Paul have reneged on the original agreement they had with the agents, and there's now no communication between the two. So not only can I not erect my fence around my 800 square meters, but the whole sale of that lot is in dispute. But then Paul says, no, we're going to sell you the lot. We sold you the lot, but we're going to be moving it to a different site. And at this stage, we're about 20 minutes into the conversation. He's already explained to Kay how angry he is, or they are, with the agents. When we explained it's 2 years in and there's no sign of a road or any access to the field. The field is the exact same way it was, if not just even more overgrown. I asked, what about the other buyers? What do they make of all of this if they had finished paying off the purchase price 2 years ago too? Surely there's a lot of disgruntled people here. Are we the only people who have been invited out to the chicken hut? This is the grotto out the back of the chicken hut. So anyway, cut a long story short, or a long story long, in this little parade, at the front there, you'll see Paul. He was wearing a towel, a bit like he fancied himself as a kind of a modern day Jesus. We navigated down through see, this is the land here, overgrown and now inhabited by quite a healthy population of goats. You'll see them there on the left and on the right. And then down here in the dip, 2 big massive bulls having a bath party for themselves. Anyway, there's the paperwork. Kay's got the paperwork. It's not what the paper is printed on. The dispute between the chicken hut lady, aka Helen, and the agents, who I think as Tintin might be one of them, that'll may or may not be resolved next week, or this week, or next week, or some other time. Anyway, in the whole ordeal, this ordeal here lasted about 2 hours, and I frequently called upon my higher power and just the ability to let it go. It is what it is, and whether things are resolved imminently or a little bit further down the line is completely out of my hands. There's not much that can be done except, air or dismay at in the entire transaction, and then hand it over. It's a beautiful place, Gimmeris Island, and a small piece of it will be mine, or will be ours in the not too distant future. And please God, we will have some kind of a dwelling up on the hill by the time Connor is a teenager. So that's it, over and out.